Hello fellow leggers, thank you for joining us once again. We are in London today at the Vaults Theatre just under Waterloo Station.
And we are seeing a European premiere of a play that was a bit of a smash, bit of a sort of audience success on Broadway, and that is Act of God.
So as usual, fellow leggers, stick around to hear all of our thoughts.
Find out how many stars.
Whether it's break a leg
Or leg it.
I love the Vaults. It's always like a real vibrant. If you haven't been here before, you should definitely come to the Vaults.
There's bars. You don't need to be here just to see a show. It's great. Right
really
now,
good.
there's people singing live Christmas songs. There's people having drinks.
Yes.
There's always something going on.
There's like lots of little nooks and venues.
But today we're here to see Act of God. Now, if you don't know, it's a play written by David Javerbaum based on his book, The Last Testament, a memoir by God. He also had a Twitter account where he used to do tweet of the day as God.
Fantastic.
So a kind of bit of a fun, a bit satirical, this one. As mentioned, it's a European premiere and it's been directed by Benji Sperring. We saw Benji Sperring do Holy Crap.
We did, and we also saw him do Night of the Living Dead live.
Yes, which was good.
Well.
The set was incredible for that. It was
Some creative ideas
good
in there.
production, good cast. But the original production of Act of God opened on Broadway at Studio 54 in 2015 for a limited engagement. That production was directed by my favourite director of all time,
Joe Mantello?
Yes, Joe Mantello. Well done. You do listen to me sometimes.
Sometimes.
Very, very rarely, but sometimes. It starred Jim Parsons of Big Bang Theory, sort of superstardom, as God. The production returned to Broadway the following year for a further limited run at the Booth Theatre. That time it was starring Sean Hayes, who plays Jack in Will and Grace in the title role. Both runs critically successful. The play is a comic exploration of the never-ending folly of mankind's attempts to fathom God's wishes through the words of the Bible and use them to their own ends. And it's told by the top deity himself, or should I say herself, because in this production, starring award-winning comedian Zoe Lyons, who's a regular on the TV panel quiz show Mock the Week.
Yes.
She's playing the title role, and David Javerbaum has rewritten the play to accommodate that change in sex and also to readdress some more UK humour, some more UK topics.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, 90 minutes straight through as well.
What's not to love?
What's not to love? So no 30-second interval breakdown, but stick around for the end and we'll tell you all of our thoughts and
find out how many stars.
That's the one.
We've come to the end of An Act of God, and it looks as there's almost a halo above your head. Look at this framing.
I mean, I want to ask
beautiful
it is
under
beautiful
here in the vaults.
the vaults underneath Waterloo Station.
Yeah.
But I've got to say, you're usually the one that sees the more heavenly side of things when it comes to productions. So is this one going to feel my wrath? Because we know that usually I could.
A nice link.
Don't make me spite you people. Not spite. It's not right.
Smite you people. You can spite them as well.
I'm not
feel
a
my spite and
person,
smite.
but I'm a spiteful person. If you create bad theatre and then we have to come and sit through it, but I had a bloody good time.
Good. I had a really good time as well. So I guess we're going to start with the piece. The piece is a really good piece.
Yeah.
The premise loosely is the idea of God taking human form, coming down and speaking to us in person as an audience member, almost to rewrite the Ten Commandments.
To sort of explain.
And pull us straight.
Yeah.
Pull us a bit straight, to go like, hang on, you've gone a bit wayward here, you
Yeah.
human beings that I've created. Let's get a few things right.
Yeah.
And we're taking on this journey of what's happened in the past and kind of what's happening, commentary on today. Lots of modern day now references for British public.
Yep, and I can understand why
Every
this needed
reference
to
you can
be
think
rewritten
of.
because I think even in 5 years' time, there could be another production of
Absolutely.
this, and it would be a different piece again.
And I think that's the beauty of
it.
it.
Will keep giving.
I think that this is an absolutely brilliant piece for people to pick up.
Yeah.
Around the country in regional theatres, I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm thinking in terms of amateur productions.
Yeah.
Because it's a cast of three, it's really topical, 90 minutes straight through, and then you can make it relevant. You can add your own spin.
I think it would work in not particularly amateur theatres, but where you could cast somebody that was a local celebrity. Do you know what I mean? Like where you had a name, where you had a draw as God, and because the premise is that Zoe Lyons is playing herself in a sort of way, and it was the only person that was local and available and a draw Do you know what I mean? Like, enough of a draw for people to come, and I think that could work with some low-key, minor local celebrities.
I don't know. I think it'd work anywhere. I thought it was addressed well in this and set up well, but I still think you could rewrite it. You could be creative, and I think the writer and the piece encourages that.
Yes.
So the piece is really good.
Yeah.
That commentary on
David Javerbaum's writing is so well observed, so witty, and it does ask the questions that we as society are now asking of religion, of is this relevant? Is this actually accurate? Can we believe this bullshit? Is basically what it boils down to. Or how can we believe this? We're intelligent, enlightened, thinking people. I just think it's so well observed. I would go so far as to say it's divine in its observations.
Yes, I think even, I'm trying to think, being a bit biased, I think I'm more of an atheist, so I think this kind of taps more into my biases and my views of enjoyment of this, but it does ask a lot of questions that even if you're a person of faith, that does make you go, hang on, let me think about this. What is this person God? Isn't God a bit crazy?
It makes you think, it puts things into a bit of perspective.
Yeah, so it's an interesting commentary and food for
but
thought.
Hilarious.
Delivered in a really, it's almost like it is a one-woman show. It's
even though there's three in the cast.
Even though there's three, it's pretty much a monologue for the main character. Should we talk about...
Yeah, let's talk about performances then. Let's talk about Zoe Lyons as God.
And God is there so much to learn.
I see what you did there.
It is literally an hour and a half monologue. I think she holds pretty much 85%, 90% of the text.
Yeah.
So first of all, well done on learning all of that text.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. What else? What do you think?
I mean, I just think that...
I got distracted by random people.
I know,
Anyway,
it happens a lot. But I thought she was... I mean, I admire what she has achieved here in remembering that. I think as a stand-up comedian, it's easy to remember your own material when you've been responsible for writing your own material, because when I write something, I do find it's easier to recall because it's spoken in my voice. But to take someone that's not an actor and to say to them, you've got to remember 90 words space, I completely admire it. Do I think it was brilliantly delivered at all times? No. Do I think this could have been told better by a comedy actor who was used to working with other people's material as something they did day to day? I could imagine why this was so lauded when Jim Parsons did it, or when even people that aren't known as stand-ups.
They're actors. They would have brought the acting background to it.
Yeah.
And there are
She's
acting
not an
credits.
actor.
There's a few acting credits in there. No,
but she was still enjoyable.
This was more. I felt she came at it from a stand-up comedian's point of view. I could see she was comfortable on stage delivering text and narrative, bringing the audience on a journey with her, and it almost felt like at points like a stand-up comedy routine. But I think there is absolute beautiful text and writing that in the hands of an actor, they would amplify it, they'd elevate to another level.
Because of the strength of the piece, you can't go wrong.
The strength of the piece is good.
So much is in the writing.
So good.
You can't go wrong. There is a lot to lean on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, those lines are funny. You could read this. I think you could read this script and still have a great time.
Yes. I'd like to read the original actually as well to see how much has changed.
Absolutely.
As we say, Zoe Lyons isn't the only person on stage.
No, Matt Tedford in the role of Archangel Michael.
Very well cast, lots of fun.
I don't think is he Northern? I'm not sure,
puts
but
on
puts on this lovely sort of
accent.
Yeah, I quite liked it. It had a lot of comedy about it. It reminded me of he would make a good you know, the gay elder in Book of Mormon.
Okay, yes, he would look very well at that.
I could see him doing
Comment
that.
below, what's the name of that character?
Yeah, what's the name of that character? I
but
can remember Cunningham and Price,
he would
but
do
who's
really
the
well.
gay elder? But he would be really good. I enjoyed him a lot. And Tom Bowen as Archangel Gabriel, who, I mean, leaves nothing to the imagination. Nothing to the imagination. I know where he dresses and which side that he's on. And everybody here does. I can only imagine he fluffs before he comes down.
I don't know what you mean.
You know what I mean if you've seen this.
The halo's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you mean, Lego Simon.
Of course you
don't.
But
he was great as well. He did a nice trio of a company. So good stuff.
Mentioning Benji's direction has said, I think I can understand why you would want to mount this production. You know, when you read that piece, and it's so much fun. I really liked the staging of it. I did think at times maybe Zoe could have had a little bit more to do as God, maybe a bit more moving around. There's some of the moments of high drama and threat which weren't tense enough for me. I don't know why that was.
Okay.
But I liked. Go on.
I was going to say, well, outside of that, there's some really nice uses of like simple magic tricks, which I thought was
Yep.
really good. Did they have someone advise them?
I mean, no, it's just Tim Shorthall is the designer and Clancy Flynn is
Okay,
lighting,
well,
but
there's some
no
really
magic
nice kind of moments, illusions. There we go, that are woven in. That again, I think Benji has done really well to orchestrate that.
Yeah.
Some really nice stuff.
Great.
So,
and the set design, perfectly serviceable, static set.
I liked it actually.
Okay.
I thought it was great. Integrated lighting, LED lighting that changed.
Yep.
As well.
Clancy Flynn on lighting, Tim Shorthall on designer.
Yep.
Let's wrap it up.
Well, I guess you're probably wondering how many stars we are going to give An Act of God, which is currently playing here at the Vaults in London.
We are going to give 4.
4 stars for this.
It's just a great fun night out. I can imagine we saw a matinee audience, but you know, in an evening,
have a few drinks.
If people here are having a night, you could make a real night out.
Come with your
here.
mates.
Come with your mates.
Absolutely.
Have a few drinks before, see the show, have a laugh and a whale of a time,
and feeling
lightened, challenged, feel. Puts things into such a humorous light and says things that I think the gays would love this, just because it says things that a lot of people might be too frightened to say. Do you know what I mean? That I always feel a bit like the LGBT community, well, me particularly, I could be quite sarcastic. Do you know what? There's lines from this I'm going to steal.
Okay, well, I'm quite inclusive, and I'm going to say that it's not just for the gays. Yes, the gays will love it.
It's not just
it's
for gays
everyone.
anymore.
Everyone will enjoy it. There are a few moments that I was like, oh, that's a bit close to the
bone.
Like, are we going to get
We
anybody
can't laugh
walking
at
out?
that, or we might go to hell.
But some of it is quite, I'm not sure about that. But it serves its purpose in the absurdity of this deity that we have created. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
And just my opinion. What do you think? Have you caught an act of God? Let us know down below. If you want to see more of us getting up to some, what shall we say, sins in the theatre, hit subscribe. We're the Breaker Leggers.
And we'll catch you again soon.
Bye.